So, all right, it's
Hi.
working. We're standing, right? Yeah, we're standing. We're not sitting, sorry. All right. So, my name is Andre Neves. I'm the CTO and co-founder of ZEBEDEE. And with me I have...
Ben Cousens, CSO at ZEBEDEE, lifelong gamer.
And today we're here to talk about making play pay. But just before a little bit, I wanted to thank Bitcoin Magazine and everyone involved in putting this amazing conference. It's our fourth Bitcoin conference. ZEBEDEE has been around since 2019, and it's an honor to be here again talking to everyone about the impact that Bitcoin has and the journey that we've been on. I myself have been a Lightning engineer for a while now, one of the creators of the Lightning address, if you've ever used one. ZEBEDEE also incubated Nostr from the early days, so if you've ever worked with Nostr things, that was partly our work as well. And so we focus on a lot of things, but today we're really focusing on how do we make play pay, right? What does that actually mean? And so I just want to take a second to walk through. So we've all seen the ups and downs of the blockchain gaming, the crypto gaming, the booms and busts, the Axie infinities. I think we've all seen that those models are not sustainable. Adding crypto to a game or to an experience doesn't suddenly make it successful. And so what we have done is we've built solutions for game developers and application developers that are sustainable, right? And we call this the Bitcoin effect. And we're going to walk you through what that means today. So specifically, what is the Bitcoin effect? You may be asking yourselves. You can't just shove Bitcoin into an experience and hope that it will be better and hope that it will suddenly increase its virality, its user engagement, and its performance. But what you can do with Bitcoin is introduce rewarding mechanics and retention mechanics that make users come back into your app. Specifically, I want to talk about a few case studies, a few companies, and a few businesses that we've helped grow. And we're going to talk about some data. I think a lot of Bitcoiners in the space, or companies in the space, don't talk about data. They don't talk about the growth and the impact that they have on real businesses. They only talk about, we love Bitcoin. I mean, we're all here, we all love Bitcoin. So let's kick it off. I think the Bitcoin effect summarized in one sentence is this. Adding Bitcoin the right way to your experience boosts your business performance, regardless of what type of activity, interaction, or app or game you have. Ben and I are going to walk through a few case studies ourselves and of businesses that we've improved their growth. So, if you ever played mobile games, you've probably come across Bitcoin Miner. Bitcoin Miner is the biggest Bitcoin game in the world. It is actually arguably the biggest Web3 game in the world, for lack of a better term. It's got well over 2 million registered users, and when it was first launched 5 years ago, it actually wasn't a success. It failed pretty miserably, actually, and it wasn't until 2 years ago when Paul from Thumb Games, the creator and the game studio behind Bitcoin Miner, reached out to us and sort of ran a test with Bitcoin, right, with ZEBEDEE's Bitcoin effect solution. Bitcoin Miner is a game. It's very simple. You run a Bitcoin miner. You run a crypto miner yourself. And, you have your shitcoins, but you also have Bitcoin. But what it did when you added the ZEBEDEE Bitcoin effect is, as the owner of the Bitcoin miner, you now earn Bitcoin, right? And I think that was the real sort of flow that was needed for Bitcoin Miner to skyrocket into success. At the beginning, Bitcoin Miner used to treat day 7 and day 14 as sort of their retention numbers. And so what that means is every 2 weeks, a user would drop and they would need to get a new user. After the Bitcoin effect, after ZEBEDEE's integration into it, they're now seeing day 180. What that means is users come back to the app each and every day for upwards of 6 months. This has led to insane growth for the business. And now we're actually seeing like Bitcoin Miner is the game studio's major title. They're continuing to grow. I would advise all of you to download Bitcoin Miner if you haven't. Get your cousins, nephews, and grandparents involved. This is how we onboard people into Bitcoin.
So next up, one of actually my favorite games, a personal love of mine. We worked with a team at 1047 Games. They make a game called Splitgate. If any of you played Halo or Unreal Tournament or any of these first-person shooter games, it's one of them, and it's one of the best, actually. It's really fun. It totally blew up in the pandemic years that we'd all rather forget, and got massive popularity. And come sort of December last year, we worked with their team to put on an esports tournament where the prize was 0.5 Bitcoin, 50 million sats. And we invited everyone to come and participate in this tournament to win the grand prize pool as part of like a festive giveaway. What happened, right? So when we started this tournament, the average play time, the average number of games people were playing per week was around 30. And this was pretty steady for the game. It had been around for a couple of years now. And we introduced this mechanic where as I shoot you, I get more points, and the points translate into Satoshis. So I get more Bitcoin for killing more people. Isn't that great? So what happened was players grokked this mechanic, and playtime doubled. So over the course of this tournament, people were playing now north of 50 games per week, because they understood now with this new competitive dynamic where their skill at the game translated directly into money in their pocket. They played a lot more. We then went a little bit deeper on the data with the 1047 team, and what we found is we actually drove a brand new revenue stream for the business that increased player spend by almost $5. Now, $5 may not sound like much, but you've got to think of it on a per player basis. So a normal game might make $20 per player. Going $20 to $25 is a meaningful increase in your revenue. So by introducing this mechanic, not only did they drive more engagement with the game, they also made more revenue. So this game, which is already a long-standing title, became even more successful. We were really pleased about this. But we can also look a little bit beyond play. We at ZBD, we care a lot about the world of entertainment and making sure that people are having fun while they're using Bitcoin. And another side of that is the creator economy. So some of you who like podcasts or like music and who love Bitcoin may have come across Fountain or Wavelake. We're powering their infrastructure under the hood. And the reason we do this is because we've seen the creator economy grow. And if any of you are podcasters, YouTubers, streamers, whatever you might be, however you're creative, you've probably seen that growing an audience is hard. And then monetizing that audience is even harder. And when you finally monetize that audience, YouTube, Twitch, all the other platforms, they take 60 or 70% of your revenue, of your hard work. Why does that happen? And you constantly see creators trying to find new ways of earning money. Well, with this ecosystem, you keep 95% of your earnings. So if you're an artist now, you should be distributing your music on Wavelake. It doesn't cost anything, and gaining access to an ecosystem that pays you directly, that pays you instantly, and where it goes without any middle people directly into your wallet when you do something that someone loves. And if all of you consume music, which I imagine you do, please download Wavelake or Fountain and start to participate in this economy, and let's get creators paid fairly. This really matters. On a more light note, everyone loves earning Bitcoin. We've worked with a company called Slice. Slice is a browser extension that you can all install on your computers, and essentially, as you browse the internet, you earn Bitcoin. It's pretty simple. How does it work? Well, in reality, what Slice is doing is they're replacing the ads you see normally on websites with ads that pay you in Bitcoin. And what's interesting is this has proved to drive massive virality for this browser extension. They've now grown to over 1 million downloads in very little time. And they've worked with us and shown us that 75% of their user base opts for Bitcoin as the reward over PayPal, over gift cards, over any other format. And 50,000 of their users earned their first ever Bitcoin through this extension. In fact, we look at our own infrastructure and we can see that every 5 minutes someone is withdrawing Satoshis through the Slice extension. So we're incredibly proud of this. And if all of you like earning Bitcoin, this is seamless. Like, just install this extention, browse as you normally do, check it a week later and withdraw some Bitcoin. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, and so Ben's just talked about, some Adtech side, we've talked about some games, and then we also talked about the creator economy and how the Bitcoin effect can truly disrupt and grow those businesses and improve their performances. But I think, we created this term, the Bitcoin effect, because we also use it ourselves, right? ZBD app is actually the single best place to earn Bitcoin. So if you've ever wanted to onboard someone into Bitcoin, but not by telling them the properties of Bitcoin or the hard money aspect of Bitcoin, and you just want them to engage with Bitcoin, use Bitcoin, earn Bitcoin, ZBD app is where you need to go. You can go to zbd.gg to download it. We have plenty of games. At the current moment, we have well over 75 developers in the platform, running well over 100 games and applications. Some of those we just ran through. And ZBD has been in business since 2019, and we're proud to be at the forefront of Lightning. We currently process well over 20 to 25 million transactions on a monthly basis, and this is only growing, right? So I think if you've ever wanted to onboard your grandparents, or you don't know how to engage with your younger nephews or cousins on how to bring them into this world, this is how you do it. Tell them to download ZBD and get involved with the economy, and there's no cost. This is free. It's risk-free. It's engage with experiences and then earn Bitcoin back, right? So you may be asking yourselves, okay, this sounds awesome, Andre. Ben went through some stuff. I want to earn Bitcoin. What the hell do I do? Okay, you can download these applications and games and participate. But what else, right? What else can I do? If you're a game developer, if you're a business looking to introduce Bitcoin, if you're looking to participate in this economy, get the Bitcoin effect, right? Actually find a way to introduce Bitcoin into your experience such that it drives these boosts in performances. How do we get the Bitcoin effect? You talk to the two beautiful people on stage, or any of the other ZBD shirt folks around the conference. We have built extensive APIs and SDKs for developers, game developers, and software engineers in the room. So if you want to introduce a payment system solution in your game, or you want to introduce a very basic reward mechanic, we have that in store for you. For the game developers in the room specifically, we just released the ZBD Rewards SDK. It's a plug-and-play Unity SDK, and we've seen the partners go into production in as little as 3 days. You drag it into your Unity editor, configure it, and press build. It's really that simple. And then when it comes to compliance, I think this is something that us Bitcoiners always want to solve that problem. And we sort of remove that from your problem. So let us worry about that. ZBD is a regulated financial services company in the United States and growing globally at the moment. And we worry about the compliance requirements, the regulatory regime, the Lightning capabilities, the Bitcoin on-chain, and everything around it. You worry about making your business better, your game more effective, and your users happier by giving them Bitcoin rewards. So if you want to participate in this Bitcoin effect world, engage with us and participate on this new economy. Just build, right? Build with us.
Building on Andre's cry to build, he likes to say, build the future now. And we say this because, Lightning, Nostr, all of this technology is cutting edge. We're at the frontier of the future. And we've made a company and a platform here where you can get access to this and bring it into your business, bring it into your application, and bring it into your experience at very low effort. And we very much focus on user experiences as well, so that your customers, your users, your players, they don't have to worry about complicated things like NIP5s or HTLCs. All of this is just gone. Please come and speak to us. Help the world move forward. Let's build the future together today.
Head over to zbd.gg to engage in any of these case studies and download the ZBD app to learn more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.